Welcome back to Apostle 1 tutorials. Yes, Apostle 1 tutorials. Now, make sure that you tap on the subscribe button. Yes, do it right now. Tap it. Yes, do another thing for me. Tap on the like button. Yes, like it for me. Yes. Then after the video, then you try to share to friends. Let it be beneficial to everybody. Yes, very good. Thank you very much. Now, today we are coming to look at this question. We have to factorize completely this particular expression. Now we have so many ways we can factorize. Yes. Now when you factorize something, it means that we have to make it a product of either a linear product or product of two linear factors or three linear factors or anything. Yes, it depends on the question. We have so many types of factorization, either type 1, type 2, type 3, or any other form. Yes. Now, when I give you the question, you just have to look at it and you see how you can solve it. I will teach factorization as a topic on its own. Don't worry. Yes. I'm going to explain this one as a topic of all the types of factorization. Yeah, so that you get more understanding on this one. But for now, let's see how we can solve this. Now we have m squared plus m squared n plus 3m minus 10n plus 3mn minus 10. Now looking at this one, I think we can apply the common factor. We check the highest common factor of all the terms, then we factorize them. Now looking at this one, we have m squared and then mn, m squared n. Now looking at this and this, I think I can you have something in common. We have m squared here, we have m squared here, so we can factorize m squared out. Yes, that is when we take this one. Now let's look at this and this two. Now if I consider this one and this one, we don't have anything in common. But this and this, they have something in common. So I can rearrange it. Yes, I can rearrange this one and this one. And then if I talk about this and this two, we can also rearrange it. So the first thing is to rearrange it. So let's rearrange. So I have m squared plus m squared n as one thing. Then I'm going to bring this one and this one because we have something in common, m and m. So which means we have plus 3m plus 3mn as another thing, another factor. Then I can talk about this one and this one too. So I have 10 here, and then I have minus 10n. Yes. Now let me first factorize the negative out. So I have m squared plus m squared Now at this point, I can factorize the negative out so that I can also group this one as a common factor. So factorizing the negative out, negative will affect this one, I'm going to get positive. And the negative will affect this negative, we're going to get positive 10n. Now at this point, we can now proceed by applying our common factor. Common factor, we check the highest common variable and the highest common number in all the groups. So I can see that we have m squared, another m squared here. So I'm going to factorize the m squared out. Now, so the m squared will cancel this m squared. I'm going to get 1. The m squared will cancel this m squared. It will left with the n. Now, when we come to this side too, we have highest common number 3 here, 3 here. So I can factorize 3 out. Now at the same time, we have m here, so m is also common, which means 3m is common to this one and this one. So 3m go into this one, we'll cancel 3m only one time. Plus 3m will cancel 3m, it will left with n. So we are getting the same thing here. Now minus, looking at this one is having n, this one is not having n. But they have a highest common number, which is 10. So the highest common factor will be 10. 10 going into 10, how many times? 1. Then 10 going into this one, to cancel 10 1 times n. So left with n. Now looking at this one, I can see 1 plus n here, another 1 plus n, another 1 plus n. So I can factorize 1 plus n out. Yes. Now let me factorize 1 plus n out. Then this side will left with what? M squared. When I take this 1 plus n, it will left with m squared. Now plus, we come to this side. The 1 plus n squared will cancel 1 plus n squared, so left with 3m. Then at this point, 1 plus n is out, so we're going to get what? It left with negative 10 here. Negative 10. Now, I don't think that we are done. Yes. Looking at this one is quadratic equation. This one becomes quadratic equation. We can self-factorize. Yes. We have to go further. We can't leave our answer here because we can factorize this one. Now, how do we factorize this? This one is of the form as squared plus bs plus c. So we were told that when we are factorizing this one is quadratic trinomial. When we are factorizing this one, we multiply the coefficient of s squared by the constant c. So it will be a times c, which will give us ac. Now if you compare this one, the coefficient of m squared is 1. The constant, which is the same as the c, is negative 10. So 1 times negative 10 will give us negative 10. Then we look for the factors of the product that when we add, it is going to give us the coefficient of x, which is the b. Yes. Now I will teach this one in detail. Yes, very well. I'll teach this one in detail in one of my videos. If I'm talking about algebra, I'll teach this one into detail. Now, so what are some of the factors of negative 10? That when we add, we are going to get a coefficient of the x, that's the p. Now the coefficient of the m here is 3. So we have to look for two factors, two numbers that can multiply to give negative 10. Where when you add them, it is going to give us positive 3. So if I look at this one, if I multiply 5 times 2, it is going to give us 10. But it means that one of them is supposed to be negative. Yes. Since this one is positive, it means that the two is supposed to be negative. So I'm going to choose 2 and negative 5 and negative 2. So that when I add 5 plus negative 2, it's going to give us positive 3. So I'm going to use 5 and negative 2 to replace 3m. Yes. So it means that the 5 and negative 2, I have to attach this one with m, this one with m. Then I'm going to use this one to replace the 3m. So I'm going to have 1 plus n. We have m squared here. 3m. I'm going to replace this with this one. So let me bring negative 2m first. Negative 2m. And then plus 5m. This one to replace this one. So going to left it's negative 10. So we can still go further. So I have 1 plus n. Let me group this one into common factor. Then I group this and this, 5m minus 10. Now, at this point, we still have this one, which is 1 plus n. Then looking at this one, we have m here, I can factorize m out. Now when I factorize m out, m will cancel one of the m's. This one is m squared. So m will divide the m squared, which will left with m. Minus the m will divide 2m. So it will cancel the m, it will left with 2. Now, so when we come to this side too, this one is having m, this one is not having m, but the highest common factor will be 5 because 5 can go into 5, 5 can go into 10. So the highest common factor will be 5. So I'm going to get plus 5. Then 5 go into 5m, it will cancel 5, and then it's left with m. Then at this point, 5 go into 10 how many times? 5 go into 10 2 times. So we have negative, so negative 2. So we are going to have our final answer to be 1 plus n. Then looking at this one, we have m minus 2, the same m minus 2 here. So I will further factorize. So I'll have m minus 2. Now when I take the m minus 2, this side we're left with m. Then here we're left with plus 5. So this is how we can factorize this. This is how we can factorize this. Look at it, just go through. It is very simple. It is not complicated, very, very simple. Make sure you subscribe to my channel. We are going to give you more stuff on the mathematics. We want to make the mathematics very simple for you. Share it to anybody you know of, anybody that this one will be beneficial, whether the person is in junior high school or senior high school. It will be beneficial to the person. Thank you very much. See you another time.